Yeah.
So after, how do you travel the world?
More important than why, more important than more important than how is why. My life in Israel sucked. It was boring, it was repetitive. I would wake up, go to work, come back home and go out in the weekends. I was stuck in a 9-to-5 job. I really was thirsty for a change. I was really thirsty to see something new, and I felt a calling from the world. Something happened when I was very young, and that something really fundamentally shook and changed the way I saw the world. When I was 10 years old, 12, my father bought me a computer, and I loved this computer very much, but it had no sound. You know all those little when you play video games, I didn't hear them. It's such a small thing, but I had such a big desire for it. Before I go to sleep, I would imagine those sounds coming up from the games, and this became like a big thing for me. And I will never forget that day. I turned on the computer and it had this Windows 95 startup sound. Out of nowhere. I didn't change anything in my computer. There was no internet, so I couldn't Google any solution. No one touched my computer, no one knew how. And the sound just appeared. And I went to the video games, and the video games are playing with sound now. I was so speechless. This shocked me so much that I started crying. It was because I felt that my desire did something, that somebody heard me, that I changed something just by wishing, just by having this desire. I saw my desire to traveling in the same way. I really wanted it, but I had no idea how to get it. And I believed that because I want it, it will happen. And it did. It was in a time where I really needed advice about how to interact with women. I was super shy and super awkward, and there was one guy who was super honest and simple in his way. He would just come to women and tell them the truth.
I just saw you and thought you looked fucking phenomenal.
Thank you.
And I thought, if I'm not going to chat you up now, it's probably never going to happen, to be honest. So,
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? What's your name?
He was traveling the world and he gave a lot of good advice that I really appreciated. But I thought his videos are cool and everything, but they can use some better editing. So I sent him an email saying, listen, I love your style and here is a link to my work and I'll be super happy if we can work together. He replied after 3 hours. He said that he's coming to Israel in like a week and let's talk. I was like, hold on, you coming to Israel in a week? He was like, yeah, I need to do a talk there about dating. I was like, okay, I'm gonna help you organize the lecture. You can stay in my place. I'm gonna do promotional videos for you. I did everything I could to connect with this guy, to make this guy have a great experience in Israel. And I really wanted to work with him. So I worked for free in the beginning. And after 3 days, he said, I'm going to Belgrade, and then from there to a few other countries. Do you want to join me? I never answered yes faster in my life. And since then, I traveled in 40 countries. I started to be an independent filmmaker. I met amazing people. I fell in love with an amazing woman, and my life just became fuller and more interesting. So I guess the point in this story is very simple. If you have a desire, own it. Believe that you deserve it. And follow your curiosity, follow your intuition. Don't be afraid to try. Send an email to somebody who you like. Leave your country for a bit and try to work in a different place. If your friend invites you to some country and he said you can stay in my house, fucking do it. If you have a passion and you get an offer in your life that could bring you a little bit closer to that passion, you should focus on it like it was the most important thing in your life. Because those little things would lead you exactly where you want to go. Trust. And I guess the best advice is just start.